I was just talking before about the distractions of modern day life getting in the way of our time with God, and I mentioned ironing being one of those things. On reflection, I do wonder if the iron is the work of the devil, don't you? I mean, let's be honest, if everyone walked around in creased clothes, would our lives be any worse off? I mean, we'd all look the same, wouldn't we? So no one would notice. I wonder who's responsible for bringing the wretched idea of the iron into our world. Shame on you. So this morning we're starting a new 4-part message series from our friends at Life Church in America, and it's a series of messages which I think you'll actually be glad you're not hearing while sat next to people in church, because it's about how God can help us deal with the difficult people in our lives. I mean, can you imagine listening to this sermon in church? Just the slightest twitch of your head in the direction of someone would suggest automatically that was the difficult person in your life, wouldn't it? You dare not move. But at least while we're on our own, you can be honest and if necessary, verbalise the things about the people in our lives who drive us nuts. I mean, that's the advantage, I suppose, of being out here in the wild while I'm talking to you. I can be, I'm just looking around making sure no one's listening, I can be honest about those closest to me without running the risk of having a plate being thrown at me or a glass of water being poured over my head. I mean, take my wife Donna, for example. We've been married now, as you may or may not know, for 21 years this summer, and right the way through our marriage we've had a dishwasher. It's one of my few sort of luxuries in life, if you like, and she still can't stack it correctly. There is a set way to do it, but can she master it? Nope. It's as if she does it deliberately wrong sometimes. Then there's my daughter Olivia, who on the whole doesn't wind me up too much, but one thing that drives me mad, she still leaves her wet towels on the bedroom floor. What is it with that? After a shower, just hang it back up again. Then there's my boy Finn, who has a knack of taking chocolate biscuits out of the cupboard and leaving the wrappers behind. Any good biscuit thief knows you have to hide your evidence. Drives me insane. So every day, these are the kind of things that I have to deal with. And every day, I just thank my lucky stars that I'm so perfect. I mean, if I had faults as well, imagine what a nightmare. So how can God help me and maybe you to deal with these kind of people? Well, over the next 4 weeks, we're going to find out together. So then once we're all back together as one big church family, hey, everything will be more harmonious than ever before. What do you reckon? Well, we can pray, can't we? Part 1 of Relational Vampires, focusing on the controlling people in our lives, is coming next, after this.